Start recording. Stop recording. Speech off.
Hey guys, Beyond Sight here, and I got something very cool to announce. Not only is this Braille and Speak thing that I've been talking about, is it going to be ordered tomorrow? Don't worry about that. It is going to be ordered. I'm gonna review it for all of you guys to look at, and also I reviewed a couple digital voice recorders over the years. Most notably the Sony voice recorder and the Olympus. There's another one that is 4 times as much storage, and it's the same type of thing. It's a digital voice recorder. I think it's Ellis Star, whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's probably used, I think. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna wonder if he's joking. I doubt it, but you just never know with him. But I believe it's true. Yeah, and if not, well, it's cool. There are digital voice recorders though that can. You know what? I'm not gonna say any more about it. I mean, it's gonna be a cool voice recorder if I get my hands on it. Whether it's used or not, I didn't get to ask, but I think it's brand new though, because he wouldn't he wouldn't do that to me. No. Find out you, well, maybe, but I'm just, going to figure it out. It's going to be very cool though. Once I receive it, and I never even had one of those types of recorders. And 16 gigabytes at that is going to be a lot of storage. And usually the recorders that I get are either 2 or 4 gigabytes, like the ones that are sold in like Best Buy and like Fry's Electronics. Those usually have like 2 or 4 gigabytes of capacity, and it's going to be cool though. A voice recorder with 16 gigabytes. I mean, you really can't ask for a lot of stuff. Digital voice recorder. Can't wait for that. I really am not into voice recorders that much anymore, but because I'm always watching YouTube and stuff, but it's always fun to like watch recordings on like certain devices, and when the battery's in it, I occasionally like to watch recordings on voice recorders. I used to love that back in the day. I used to love, when I had the Braille Note Apex, I would record certain recordings, watch them. I even had fun throwing like playing heads and tails. I don't know if it was with a quarter, a dime, a penny. It was one of the 4, a nickel, I think, but it was one of them. I still like voice recorders. It's just like now that I'm got YouTube and stuff, I kind of lost interest. But it wouldn't hurt. So a 4-inch recorder, 16 gigabytes. You really can't ask for more, right? that thing is going to be like epic. I mean, like, I don't really like the recorders I got are in this bag here, and I got, like I said, an Olympus recorder and a Sony recorder. The Olympus one's in better shape because actually I've been using this for a while. Let's see. Is that on or is that off? I don't know. There are two AAA batteries in there. They're not working yet. I got that Olympus recorder for Christmas of 2016. And, well, I might, with this recorder, then I might be that someone, okay, that my grandfather's trying to find or something. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's my grandfather, but it's someone that I know. And, wow. I mean, like, the truth is, I mean, I'm not really much into voice recorders, but you never know. With that recorder, that might spark my interest again, because, well, I haven't used a voice recorder in about, I don't know, about maybe a year or so, maybe, about that, maybe, probably, I don't know. But yeah, there are voice recording apps like the, if it's used, I wouldn't really care. I mean, he's gotten me, he or she or whoever it is, has gotten me used stuff all the time. Just think about that iPod Touch, the one that I got back in 2019, the 4th generation, that was used, and that some of those Boppets that are viewed, the Boppet Extreme that I had, my first Boppet Extreme, was used. I gotten a few used things over the past few years, like, I don't like it, but I've gotten used stuff over the course of like a few years. I don't even like, I doubt it's used, but that Rowan speak is definitely used. So what I'm thinking about is back when I first was on YouTube, I looked up a bunch of voice recorder videos, and I found one that was a review of an 8 gigabyte voice recorder, and it's I have a fascination with voice recorders a little bit, but I haven't played with a voice recorder in a while. I mean, like, my whole fascination with a voice recorder, I would ask people, hey, let me try out this voice recorder. I mean, the first time I've ever heard of a digital voice recorder was way back in 2010. I didn't even know what it was. And then they were like, it's a voice recorder. I'm like, okay, a voice recorder. I heard it as a record, pause. I hope it's very, what I hope is that I don't accidentally press a button. I just hope that whoever has the recorder can actually send me a message or something, and if you're watching, which I highly doubt it, I would like for you to send me a message, if you want to, about, or does anyone know the recorder I'm talking about? an LS TR voice recorder with 16 gigabytes. So I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up. I mean, like, it's probably used, but I don't care. Whether it be used or not, I don't care. Can't be that plastic thing. No, it didn't. No. Voice recorder. Okay, so one of my first personal voice recorders was an Olympus voice recorder with MP3 player functionality, although I messed that up, and then I had a Sony recorder with a retractable USB flash drive type thing. Then I had a voice recorder. I ran through a few voice recorders. I still have, I have an Olympus one that works pretty great. I worked out how to use the buttons and everything. So, as long as I'm told how to use it, I'm like, I mean, come on. I mean, when was the last time I had a voice recorder? When was the last time I bought or had a voice recorder? I mean, there's certain things that... Now, there's a voice recorder, a Sony voice recorder that's extremely basic, that has big buttons, and I'm telling you, they're big. They're big buttons. It's a Sony recorder with, like I said, huge buttons. It's like $30. I might want to get that again. That's at Best Buy, by the way. I found about... I messed that one up. I do have it, but I messed it up. So I'm going to try and see if I could ask someone to help me buy a second one. I mean, like the one that I really like when it comes to voice recorders is the top of the line, actually. $80 Sony voice recorder with, you know, that flash drive, that flash drive USB thing that pops out. You know, there's no cable. It's just like some, you know, like on the bottom there's like the switch that you'd push down with your finger, and something like a USB extension comes out. It's only the USB part though, not a cord or anything, but it's like an extension. It's like part USB flash drive, part voice recorder, but it's mostly a voice recorder. Also, another thing I like about voice recorders is how they have SD card slots. Oh boy. Everyone knows how much I used to like voice recorders. I would spend a lot of time, before I was on YouTube and everything, I would spend a lot of time with a voice recorder. Like a digital voice recorder. I'd spend, I wouldn't say hours on end, but I'd spend a lot of time looking at voice recorders, and everyone knows how much I used to like those things, and oh boy, we got a good one here. What I mean is, we got a good one coming. Jeez, where the heck did that bopper come from? Oh yeah, right, I forgot I put that up there or something. And no, that's not a recorder, that's something else. Like I said, the first time I came across a voice recorder was way back about 10 years ago almost. I was like, what the heck is that? They were like, it's a voice recorder. I'm not telling you who it was or where it was or where I was. I'm just letting you know that it was a voice recorder that I found. And if you're watching, and if you're one of the people that were around when I first encountered a voice recorder, then do not comment down below. Do not do that. Now, there are some accessible voice recorders, like voice recorders with accessibility in mind. One, and I'm very proud to say this, is Olympus. Wow, Olympus actually has. Now, it doesn't cover every single part of the recorder, mind you, but it's a good enough screen reader to get you around the thing. It's called Voice Guide. That's what the screen reader is called. So if you find a Olympus voice recorder, I don't know which one has it, but I think a later model has that screen reader. Like, please, like, let me know in the comments if you can find an Olympus voice recorder or something with a screen reader, because, I mean, like, it does have a screen, okay, but it's not like, you know. I haven't messed with a voice recorder in a while. Like, I mean, it's been a while. Like, I mean, I could do fine without any accessibility as long as I know what I'm doing. As long as I know what I'm doing, I'm fine without accessibility, but, you know, it would help to have that little extra push. You know what I mean, with accessibility. But, I mean, not all voice recorders and not everything has accessibility, and I know that. Not everything does. iPhones, when they originally came out, didn't have accessibility. Android phones, when they first came out, didn't have accessibility. Heck, even the Mac and the Windows computers, they didn't have accessibility firsthand. No. When they first came out, nope, no accessibility. But, accessibility is like one of the main things a blind person needs to get around something. What I mean, I don't mean like physical travel. I mean, like when it comes to electronics. Heck, even the Xbox has some accessibility, but I don't play Xbox. I mean, it does have a Windows narrator, but I mean, it's not the best though. Not everything with accessibility is completely accessible, mind you. A good example of that would be the Kindle. The Kindle, Amazon Kindle. The Amazon Kindle tablet type thing. Even though it is accessible, not everything about it is accessible. Like I said, if someone tells me where the location of all the buttons are, I'm more than likely to remember those locations. Like, I mean, I learned pretty quickly. And, I'm pretty good. Okay? Like, I mean, what I hope is that I can get around the recorder that I just heard about. 16 gigabytes. Wow. 4 times as much storage as the current recorders I got now. Why do I keep saying recordings? Recorders. I was gonna use my iPod Touch 4th generation as a voice recorder, but I thought, hey, I got a new one now, so why waste it? So, yeah. There were a few occasions here on YouTube where I demonstrated a couple of recorders. If you want to look at those, go ahead and look at my Olympus and Sony digital voice recorder reviews. I did 2 on each. So, yeah. Now, there are other things that have voice recording capabilities, like an iPhone or an Android device, although I don't like the Android voice recorder. The iPhone's built-in voice memos app is what really got me started on virtual voice recorder, virtual voice recorders, also known as, voice recording apps. Well, the Braille and Speak that I might be looking at, or excuse me, that I will be looking at, does have a recording feature, but it's not what you think. No way, it's not what you think. It does macros, and if you want to know what those are, you're going to have to look at my future review of it. And that will be either coming Monday or Wednesday, depending on when that thing gets here. There are a few apps that I wish I had in my possession, though. Sorry, I'm switching topics, but I'm going to switch topics to a game. Let's see. If there was any type of game that I would like to see, it's a Bop It game on the App Store. Too bad they removed it back in 2016. Yikes. If I didn't know about that, I would have gotten it. But the only Bop It app available was that Bop It Smash app, and I enjoyed it a lot. And then when I got the iPod Touch, the 4th generation, that also had that also gave me a chance to re-download the Bop It Smash app and have some, let's say good times again. Up until when I gave it away. Oh boy. But it was 8 gigabytes of storage that I never would have been able to fill up except for like maybe voice recordings and videos that I probably will never, ever, ever get back. That's right. I when I upgraded to the 7th generation. I don't know where those videos went. I think I deleted them. Oh boy. I've had so many incidents with voice recorders that I don't think I can ever. Wait, oh boy, what am I gonna say? I don't think I can ever get those recorders back. And plus, what if I wanted to view something offline before I recorded? You know what? I think I just found my new use for voice recorders. Good day, mate. I just did an Australian accent. Good day, mate. Okay, there we go. I just found my new reason to do voice recordings. And that, my friends, is to preview YouTube videos before I do them on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is, from now on, record videos, recordings, record memos, and then play them back. And then once I'm done, well, you kind of know what's next. Oh, wow. Wow. I just found my new use for voice recordings. And if it's used, I will be extra careful with it. Which, oh boy. If I don't stop jinxing it, I'll end up having a used recorder. By the way, to end out this video, I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to be playing Simon 1984 or 1978, whatever. I don't care about the stupid controversy. If my dad's watching, I'm going to, for his sake, I'm going to say 1978. Power on. Game 1. Level 1. Actually. Okay, power on. Wait. Okay, power on. Game 1. Level 1. Start. And I beat level 1. That's all I'm going to do, folks. There you go. Alright. Now to get this back in the box. And ba-bam. And we're done. I don't know why I did that there. Oh, wow. Oh boy, that hurts. Whatever hurts, I don't care. Anyways, guys, I think that's the end of this video. Puppet Master 8, again, I hope I'm not using this thing. But this is Beyond Sight, and I'm going to sleep.